So just some quick thoughts on the network special that aired today titled Sting, The Lost Tape. Now, initially when I saw this advertised, I thought it may have been a feature-length documentary of sorts, but you know what, it made sense for it being 15 minutes because it was just footage of Sting prior to a match at Slamboree in 1995, preparing as he always does with the face paint gimmick, and you know, just behind the scenes of how, if anything, giving you that insight into what a WCW pay-per-view typically would be. You know, there were several different people featured in this. You saw people like Mark Madden, Mike Tenay, you could even hear Eric Bischoff as well on commentary, and there was an interview and such where he was asked what the face paint means to him, and almost if he could compare it to, say, a superhero wearing a cape. And Sting did say, you know, is it like him wearing the paint like something to do with Superman wearing his cape, where when he wears it, obviously he gets those powers, he becomes Superman. So it was just a good insight. And ultimately the match that he had was with Big Bubba Rogers, also known as the Big Boss Man in the WWE. And yeah, it was just interesting. I mean, they had this footage, and obviously that's why it was titled The Lost Tape. And, you know, they thought, well, we may as well just get this released, especially with The Undertaker's Part 4 of the Last Ride series now airing on the 14th of June. It was just something else they could, you know, advertise, and something that we haven't seen before, so it made all the sense. But a lot of people, including myself, thought the timing was a bit strange, especially after Sting had left the company, now no longer under contract. So I did think that was strange, but then again, you know, who knows what's in the future for Sting. It's just like Kurt Angle. We saw him initially be released, and now he's back on television. He's been on TV on NXT and on SmackDown continuously. Could Sting be back on TV, or, you know, be back under a contract with WWE at some point? Could this lead to possibly Sting and Undertaker having a cinematic match? I know that's a bit of a far stretch just because they've aired a Sting special, but my thinking behind it is that they've promoted Sting in this way, and it is completely random. I mean, that's true. Whether they found this lost tape now or a while back, the airing of it just now is quite strange. So look, I may be looking into it too deep, but nonetheless, the whole episode is worth watching. I mean, it's only 15 minutes after all. I think the entirety does last 20 or so minutes, but that's because if you want to see the match Sting versus Big Bubba Rogers afterwards, they do have the match aired there as well, so that's entirely up to you. But the actual lost tape special itself is only 15 odd minutes, and then it's the match that you can see afterwards that they had at Slamboree 1995. So if you do check this out, let me know what you think in the comments. I could be overthinking this in terms of what it could lead to. It perhaps could lead to nothing, I'm aware of that. But if you think it leads to something, or in general what you thought about this and the insight into Sting and this lost footage, then let me know in the comments. And yeah, please do check it out. I think it's well worth having a watch, considering it's only, you know, a brief look, but a good one, an interesting one nonetheless. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.